Hosting with Anystays is easy. Once you are logged into your account, simply select Host from the top bar or List your property from the sidebar. You'll be presented with a form that lets you set up your hosting account and onboard your first property. Step 1 asks you for some basic information about your host account. Hosts can be companies or individuals, but no matter what type of legal entity you are hosting through, you will be asked to provide us with contact details. Registered companies must provide their registration number. At Anystays, hosts take payments directly through a Stripe account with their details connected to our platform. This is set up by completing Merchant Onboarding in Step 2. Merchant Onboarding redirects you to Stripe to set up a connected account and lets you reuse existing details you may have saved within Stripe. Both individuals and companies must complete Merchant Onboarding to be able to accept bookings and payments. Once you have entered the details Stripe requires, you'll be redirected back to Anystays and able to continue onboarding with us. Depending on your jurisdiction, Stripe may ask you for further details later. Now that your host account is set up, you can move on to Step 3, filling in your first listing's information. We collect basic information about your listing, such as the name you have chosen for it and its address. The type of listing you select is important. Apartment/house and apart hotel are both designed for listings where guests have use of an entire multi-room unit. The hotel type is designed for listings where individual rooms are provided to guests, as is traditional for hotels. You will then be able to choose the location of your listing on a map, and if your listing is not a hotel, you will be able to connect external iCal calendars here. Don't worry, you can access this information later if you choose to skip it for now. Step 4 is the time to upload images for your listing. All listings require at least one image, but we recommend having at least 5 high-quality images showing both bedrooms and spaces such as living rooms and bathrooms. You can edit the names and descriptions of images as well as change their order. The first image in your gallery will be considered the listing's primary image and shown first and most prominently on your listings page, as well as displayed when guests search for places to stay. In Step 5, you can set up policies and rates for your listing. All listings must have at least one policy. Policies determine how and when your rates apply. All rates have an underlying policy, and bookings can only be made on a policy if the booking details fall within the policy's requirements. Policies and rates are covered more extensively in our videos on this topic. Step 6 allows you to configure your property's layout, including the number of rooms, beds, and how many guests can stay in each room. Your listing will never be bookable for more guests than are specified in your layout. If your listing is a hotel, you will additionally be able to assign policies to specific rooms to give them prices and set up external iCal calendar URLs for each room. Hotel rooms will only be bookable if they have at least one policy assigned to them. That's everything. Your listing has now been created and is awaiting our approval. We check listings in many different ways, including that the name and description is not offensive or misleading and does not fall within one of our other restrictions. We also check that your listing falls within our quality guidelines. This should only take a few days. Now that you have your first listing, you can create more within your existing host account. We look forward to working with you to make travel accommodation that much better.